Tyler Courtney and Brad Sweet from the front row. Spencer Bayston and Ryan Timms in row 2. Row 3 is Tanner Thorson and Cory Day. Row 4, Kasey Kahne and Skylar G. Row number 5 is Brenham Crouch and Rico Abreu. Row 6, Kerry Madsen and Chris Windom. Row 7, Brent Marks and Cameron Key. Row 8 is Jace Park and Justin Peck. Row number 9, Aaron Reutzel and Howard Moore. Row 10, Emerson Axsom, Ayrton Gennetten. Then Cory Eliason, James McFadden, Zeb Wise, Scott Bogucki. Lucas Oil Speedway. We got them racked. We got them stacked. Let's go racing off at turn number 4. We are green. Good start around the outside for Brad Sweet. He's going to have the top spot off of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Ryan Timms wrestles the 3rd spot away from Spencer Bayston off the 2nd corner. Bayston's now back to 5th as Tanner Thorson makes a move on the inside. Thorson is 4th at the completion of lap number 1. 1 lap in and 34 to go for Brad Sweet, looking for back-to-back wins with Kubota High Limit Racing. Into turns 3 and 4. Here comes Ryan Timms around the outside, trying to find a way by the 7 BC of Sunshine, Tyler Courtney. He heads right next to him across the line. Good battle going on for the 2nd spot. Timms is going to have it, it looks like, off the 2nd corner. Ryan Timms, Brad Sweet, the 1 and 2 finishers from last night at I-70, now 1 and 2 once again here at Lucas Oil. Tanner Thorson is into the 3rd spot down the front straightaway. Tanner Thorson now up to 3rd, looking underneath the Ryan Timms into turns 1 and 2. Thorson and Timms both look very strong early in this one. Back behind them, Kasey Kahne underneath of Skylar G. That is the race for the 6th spot off at turn number 4. Give it to the 9. Oh, car upside down back straightaway. A tire and wheel rolling into turn 3. That is Brent Marks on the backstretch. Brent Marks upside down back straightaway. Ironically enough, Marks also got upside down here back on June 28th. That time it was in the 3rd and 4th corners. So Lucas Oil Speedway not been very nice at all to Brent Marks. Marks, sounds like the driver is okay. The driver is okay on the back straightaway. Brent Marks was running in the 13th position at the time of the incident. He did start 13th, so after 4 laps, he was a net 0 there. He was not forward, not backward. He was running right where he started at. They get the car back on all 4 wheels there. The right rear completely off. I got to imagine maybe an issue, maybe a parts issue potentially there for Marks. Don't see the right rear tire and wheel just come off and start rolling down the straightaway too often.
Tanner Thorson got into one of those Midget Monday Twitter spaces. It must have been maybe 2 years ago now during the winter, probably between 21 and 22. And Thorson just gave like kind of a modified TED talk, if you would, on the suspension and how to set up midgets and sprint cars. It's so cool to listen to a guy like Tanner, who really is very self-made, talk about how he builds his race cars and his opinion on a torsion bar race car, a coilover race car. It's something that everybody should definitely learn a little bit more about.
Yeah, it's definitely, he's a smart guy, that is for sure. We are coming back to the green flag here off of turn number 4. Still a long ways to go, more than 30 laps the distance here in this Diamond Classic feature. Good restart for the 10 car. We got upside down in turn 4, Scott Bogucki. Bogucki getting upside down and immediately back to red flags. And Bogucki climbing out of the Michael Dutcher Motorsports 17 GP car. So good to see Bogucki's all right. We talked about earlier on the broadcast that Bogucki, he was the winner of the Daniel McMillan Jesse Hockett Memorial Race earlier on this year with the Power I 410 Series, a huge win. And unfortunately, Bogucki, who was running 18th at the time, gets upside down. Tony.
Yeah, I've actually got Scott Bogucki down here with me. We're going to try to get out of the way. Scott, you jumped out of that race car quickly. You got the helmet off. First of all, are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. It just, you know, it sucks. We struggled all night, and, you know, the 83 car wants to go 10 minutes before the start and run into the 12 and took us out with it. So, you know, they all get to keep racing, and my guys been busting their ass, and we got a tight race car to get to Texas on Friday.
All right, we're glad you're okay. That's Scott Bogucki. He is up and out of that 17 GP very quickly, but frustrated, as you can understand, Chase.
Yeah, Bogucki, we'll see what happens here to him. He's going to be at the pretty far right of your screen there next to Justin Peck. Oh, wow. Okay, it looks like Cameron Key got over the right rear of McFadden and came up into the side of Bogucki, so definitely a domino effect there. causing Scott to get into the catch fence down there. Bogucki just recently starting his tenure, so to say, driving that Michael Dutcher Motorsports car, was able to pick up a win with the IRA sprint cars at Mississippi Thunder Speedway in Wisconsin. I believe that was the first night out. His first night out in the car, he was able to get a win with the IRA. You see that cone coming out on the front straightaway, race fans. The drivers are not allowed to pass each other before that cone. They are not allowed to hit that cone, and they cannot go below that cone. If any of those violations happen, the driver will be penalized on the next stoppage of the race, whether that's a red or a yellow flag or the checkered. The lights are out. HendrickCars.com pace truck has pulled into the infield. And Brad Sweet is going to roll off of turn number 4 back to the green flag. Sweet tries to get away from Ryan Timms, who immediately goes to the top side of the racetrack trying to build momentum, and down the back straightaway, Timms does exactly that. Brad Sweet, remember back to the race back in June, he was really good around the inside. Timms almost gets to the right rear of Brad Sweet down the front straightaway. Good 3-car battle for the race lead is shaping up as Tanner Thorson takes his car down to the bottom. If the bottom is good, you know Tanner Thorson is going to be making his way towards the front of the field. Now Sweet misses the bottom off of turn number 4. Here comes Thorson, here comes Timms. Good battle going on for the top spot. Spencer Bayston now underneath of Tyler. Courtney moves Spencer Bayston up to the 4th position. The CJB Motorsports number 5 looking for that 5th top 5 finish in a row. Up front, Brad Sweet is under fire. He is under duress right now from the cars in 2nd and 3rd, almost 3 wide for the lead in turns 1 and 2. Oh boy, things are getting good. Car off the pace on the front stretch. Cameron Key pulls into the infield. We will stay green. Here comes Thorson. He's up to 2nd off of turn number 4. Tanner Thorson takes the 2nd spot away down into turn number 1. Now Brad Sweet, the next car in his sights, is Ryan Timms back around the outside, retakes the 2nd spot down the back straightaway. Oh my goodness, this is getting good, and traffic not too far away for your race leaders. Brad Sweet now around the bottom in turn 1. Ryan Timms back around the outside, has a run, looking for the race lead. Down the back straightaway, Ryan Timms takes the top spot in turn 3. Oh, Ryan Timms around the outside. He's going to lead on lap number 10. Ryan Timms, the number 10 car, looking for that first ever national sprint car win. Can it happen tonight at Lucas Oil Speedway? Drives around the outside of the 6-time national sprint car champion to do it. Timms now looking at the lap traffic up the road. He's got plenty of them to deal with, but he's still maybe about 5 laps or so away from him. Brad Sweet not too far behind, maybe 3 car lengths or so. Tanner Thorson 3 car lengths behind Sweet as well. Sweet gets to the left rear, but Timms has momentum, maintains the race lead. Can Ryan Timms pull off one of the biggest wins, the biggest upsets in the history of Kubota Highland Racing? Down the back straightaway, he is 23 laps away from making it happen, but here comes the traffic. Howard Moore, Ayrton Gennetten, Jace Park, and Cory Eliason. Brad Sweet almost got by him right there. Now Timms goes to the bottom, Thorson to the top. Thorson's got a run on Sweet. Down the back straightaway, racing for the 2nd spot down into turn number 3. Here comes Tanner Thorson for the 2nd spot. Caution's gonna come out. Got a car way off the track. Couldn't even see him over there. It's Kerry Madsen, and severe damage to the car. Severe damage to that car. You could tell that the frame rails are on the ground. Wow, I mean, I could not see him. Somebody was pointing at him up here in the booth, and I could not even see him way over there. And Kerry Madsen is out of the car. You see Madsen out of the car, but the Vermeer Motorsports 55V is in a heap off the 4th corner. So you see Kerry Madsen right there with the helmet on, walking around, surveying the damage. The MedStar officials, the Kubota Highland Racing officials are on the scene. So it's going to be a shot from the drone here on the replay. Going to be looking for Kerry Madsen. He's going to be right here on the right side of your screen. He's on the top of the racetrack right now, right in the center. And here comes somebody up the track, gets into him. Man, gets into the wall hard. It looks like Emerson Axsom was the car that made the contact there with Kerry. The car looked a lot worse than what the wreck looked like right there. I mean, look at that thing. It looks mangled. And so Kerry, unfortunately, see him with the helmet off, taking the Hans device off as well. Kerry Madsen tonight, his first appearance at Lucas Oil Speedway in a very long time. The last time that he was here, the last time that Kerry was here was back in 2009. So you could see, if I'm not mistaken, there was a panel there on the left rear portion of that number 10 car before the race started. And I got another text from Logan Seavey saying that that arm guard was falling off well before he had taken the lead. So maybe a separate issue there. I would think that you would keep going despite the arm guard falling off. Potentially another problem for Timms there, but we're coming back to green. That now puts Brad Sweet to the lead and Tanner Thorson to second. Keep an eye on Corey Day. He's up into the third spot now in car number 14. Green flag comes back out. Spencer Bayston, great restart in the number 5 car. Gonna make the move for second into turns 1 and 2. Spencer Bayston's up to second down the back straightaway. Still plenty of time for him to reel in the number 49 car of Brad Sweet. Tanner Thorson back to the inside, but Bayston will have the spot across the start-finish line. Tanner Thorson now a slide job into 1 and 2. Tanner Thorson takes second right back away from Spencer Bayston. Bayston will return the favor into turns 3 and 4. Slides up the racetrack, takes second away. Tanner Thorson turns it down the hill. He's got second across the line. All of this battling, allowing the 49 car of Brad Sweet to pull away. Race right behind those two is side by side as well between Tyler Courtney and Corey Day. Tyler Courtney around the bottom, trying to find a way by the number 14 machine. Off of turn number 4, Day has the spot at the line. Oh, they almost got together in turn 1. Holy cow! That does not get any closer than that. Tyler Courtney and Corey Day, nearly disaster entering the first corner right there. Tanner Thorson now up in the saddle, looking to track down Brad Sweet. The last time by, Thorson was 1/100th faster than the Napa Auto Parts number 49 car. And Sweet will have traffic to contend with by the end of this race. 17 in and 18 to go. The halfway signal in the Diamond Classic here at Lucas Oil Speedway. That time by, Thorson took another 10th out of the lead for Brad Sweet. Thorson's car able to go around the bottom, around the top, through the middle, and the slider line. That thing is set up to perfection right now. The Rod and Nancy Gross Motorsports number 88 car. Corey Day now back into 4th, getting by Tyler Courtney. Courtney back around the bottom in turn 1. Cannot make the pass, and Corey Day has momentum and takes on that 4th spot for now. Tanner Thorson tries the bottom in turns 3 and 4 in his pursuit of Brad Sweet. That time by, loses 0.2 of a second on the speed charts. Tyler Courtney and Corey Day continue to go at it for 4th. Give it to Sunshine into turn 3. Both of them looking to track down the number 5 car of Spencer Bayston. Bayston looking for that 5th top 5 finish in a row. Tyler Courtney back around the inside hub, not able to build up momentum and build up any speed to catch up to Spencer Bayston. Is now Brad Sweet. And maybe feeling a little bit more heat from Tanner Thorson. That time by, Thorson once again a little bit faster on the lap time than your race leader. Here comes the traffic for Brad Sweet, and lots of it to deal with. Howard Moore, Chase Park, and Ayrton Gennetten, they are all side by side right in front of your race leader. Thorson continues to lose speed as far as the differential goes. Tyler Courtney back underneath of Spencer Bayston. The race for 3rd is on. The NOS Energy Drink, number 7 BC, underneath the True Timber Camo, number 5. They're side by side across the start-finish line. Tyler Courtney crawling back to life late in the going in this one. He's got the 3rd spot off of turn number 2. Tyler Courtney's car very good off the bottom on the far end of the speedway. Car off the pace on the front stretch, pulling into the infield. The 3 car of Ayrton Gennetten. We stay underway. Tanner Thorson. The steam may have run out of the tugboat here late in this one. 10 laps to go, make it 9 to go for Brad Sweet that time by. As I say that, Thorson takes 4/10 out of the lead of Brad Sweet, and now here comes the real traffic for Sweet to deal with. Eliason, Howard Moore, Chris Windom, Brenham Crouch, Zeb Wise, all over the racetrack right in front of your race leader. Thorson gives back the time. He had just, smoke out of the car. Thorson's off the pace. Thorson up in smoke down the back straightaway. Tanner Thorson up in smoke on the backstretch. The car is off the pace. And you can see fluids coming out of the back of the Ron Gross Motorsports number 88 car. A fantastic, a phenomenal run comes to an end with just a few laps to go, Tony.
You can see the fluid come out of the car, and as he rolled by us on the front straightaway, you can see him just throwing his head, his helmet, and his upper body forward in just extreme frustration, as you see it right there on the replay. The engine seemingly letting go on that RGM number 88. Heartbreak already for Ryan Timms. Now heartbreak for Tanner Thorson after such a promising run.
That is just, you hate to see it right there for Tanner Thorson. Man, oh man, was having a fantastic run. Was looking for another podium finish to go along with the win at Silver Dollar Speedway. Had a podium run at the season opener at East Bay Raceway Park. Had another podium run at the Riverside International Speedway in Arkansas. And that will now surrender second to Tyler Courtney. Spencer Bayston third, Cory Day fourth, and how about Kasey Kahne right now running in the top 5? Kasey Kahne is looking for his first top 5 finish of the High Limit Racing season. Can it come tonight at Lucas Oil Speedway? We are about to find out with 8 laps to go. A single file restart. We're back underway. Brad Sweet goes to the top in turn 1. Tyler Courtney, we mentioned it earlier, so very good around the inside hub on that last run. Can he put something together and challenge the big cat for the race win? Sweet slips up off the bottom off of turn number 4, but Courtney not close enough to take advantage of that. Spencer Bayston slings his car to the cushion in turn 1, looking to build momentum and track down the top 2 drivers. Cory Day runs in 4th, Kasey Kahne still in 5th. McFadden now underneath of Skylar G. Move James McFadden up to the 7th spot out of the B main. McFadden on the charge towards the front of the field, and Ryan Timms is back up to 9th now. The Lee Big Motorsports number 10 surrendered from the lead. Now he's up to 8th down the back straightaway. Ryan Timms into 8th, almost gets into with Aaron Reutzel right there, and might almost get into with Justin Peck off of turn number 4. Timms is on the charge back towards the front of the field. Back up front, Brad Sweet coming by this time by with 4 laps to run. Tyler Courtney might be closing in just a little bit in the 7BC. Brad Sweet down the back straightaway into 3 and 4, coming to the 3 lap to go signal from the flag stand. Sweet runs the top in 1. Courtney will follow him up there. Traffic will not be a factor by the end of this race. We're coming to the 2 to go signal this time by. Sweet with an 8-car length lead back into turn 1. The next time by will be the white flag. Bayston, Day, Kahne, Abreu, G, McFadden, and the number 10 of Timms. Here's the white flag. 1 lap to go for Brad Sweet. Brad Sweet off of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Got 20,000 last night at I-70, and he'll make it 25,000 more at the Diamond Classic. He wins at Lucas Oil Speedway. Tyler Courtney 2nd, 3rd goes to Spencer Bayston, 4th to Cory Day, and 5th will go to Kasey Kahne. How about it, race fans? That's 2 in a row for Brad Sweet. He gets it done at the Diamond Classic in car number 49. Tyler Courtney finishes up in 2nd, 3rd to Spencer Bayston, 4th to Cory Day, 5th goes to Kasey Kahne, 6th to Rico Abreu, 7th Skylar G, 8th James McFadden, 9th Ryan Timms, and 10th goes to Justin Peck. Behind him, it's Aaron Reutzel in 11th, 12th goes to Zeb Wise, 13th to Emerson Axsom, 14th Chris Windom, and 15th goes to Brenham Crouch. Behind them, 16th, we have Cory Eliason, 17th to Howard Moore, 18th to Jace Park, 19th Tanner Thorson, 20th Ayrton Gennetten, and the rest of the field is Kerry Madsen, Cameron Key, Brent Marks, and Scott Bogucki, as Brad Sweet has cleared the scales, and he is now headed to Whiskey Myers Victory Lane. The Hoosier Tire neckband, the Sunoco Race Fuels checkered flag, the Kubota High Limit Racing Victory Lane hat. 2 in a row. Make some noise for the big cat, Brad Sweet. 25,000 large headed his way as he climbs off the back of the race car. Eric Prutzman, the crew chief, on the car down there to debrief just a little bit. And while they do that, we'll send it downstairs to Tony Laporta.
9 feature victories in 2024 with Kubota High Limit Racing. You break the tie against fellow Californian Rico Abreu. Getting him and Tyler Courtney and so many other racers to be part of High Limit in 2024 was a big deal. But winning races was a big deal for you. How's this feel to already have the championship locked up and go back-to-back with 2 races left?
Yeah, just really excited that we got to come back to Lucas Oil and complete the event. And thanks for the crowd coming out on a Wednesday night. You never know, if they're going to come out, here in the fall on a Wednesday is always tough. So appreciate you guys coming back, and hopefully you enjoyed the show. We were pretty good with our Napa car. We got it better. Got a little luck there with Ryan. He passed me, and I tried to step up. I was getting close to him, and then honestly that caution with Tanner, I was kind of in a bad spot there, but sometimes, you know, it falls your way. And then Ryan pulled off with, I think his side panel fell off. So got control of the race and just kind of changed my lines up, tried to carry more speed. And this track's really weird. You think you're going to slow down and get gripped up, but it just doesn't work that way here. So just kind of figuring this track out. It's new to a lot of us, but beautiful facility, and can't thank the track for having us, and can't thank my guys enough for giving me a great race car 2 nights in a row. We slumped in the middle of the season, but we've been strong for a little while now, and it's nice to get the wins. It's you know, the hard work pays off, and it's such a grind throughout the year. But yeah, just excited to see my wife and daughter. They're coming tomorrow to Texas, and we're gonna finish the year out strong. We got Texas Motor Speedway this weekend, big finals event for us. So just really excited to hopefully close it out on a strong note here.
You talked about Ryan Timms already, and you are the driver standing in Whiskey Myers' victory lane, so don't want to take anything from your success, but 2 nights in a row now, you and Ryan Timms have a really good battle. Last night at I-70 was a little bit of a more brief battle, and it was for second. Tonight, though, you and the 18-year-old from Oklahoma City go head-to-head for lap after lap for the victory, or at that time, the race lead. Just talk about racing with Ryan, racing with Tanner Thorson, and the competition at high limit right now. Yeah,
the competition is ultra tough, and a lot of these kids coming up, I mean, it's a lot to do with the cars they're in and the mechanics working on their cars and trying to get them comfortable. And whatever Ryan's found with that mechanic and that car is made him, it's elevated him. So it's cool to see, when guys get teamed up with the right car, they're able to show their talents. And there's a lot of guys out here that just are a little inexperienced that have all the talent in the world. Just it takes a long time to get to where I'm at. A lot of experience, a lot of knowledge gained along the way to be able to kind of overcome a lot of adversity. So, yeah, a lot of young talent. Sunshine's been on me all year. Rico's been great. Tanner Thorson has been really good, and he's always trying stuff with innovations with his car. So, yeah, just great racing all around, and yeah, you never take these wins for granted. So yeah, just happy to get another one tonight. 9
trips to Whiskey Myers victory lane for you, Eric Pretzman and the team here with Kasey Kahne Racing. Austin Tate is joining us in victory lane here in just a moment. He's added $250 on top of the $1,000 you now get to send to a charity of your choice, thanks to our angel donor here with High Limit Racing. And again, big thank you to Austin Tate. He'll jump here in a moment. Where's that $1,250 going tonight?
Yeah, hopefully more fans keep jumping in. It's such a cool thing that the angel donor does to be able to give to charities and foundations, especially for us racers. It really gets you thinking, puts things in perspective. So really got to thank the angel donor. But it's going to Shriners Hospital. I'm going to keep doing it as long as I can. It's pretty much a no-brainer for me.
That's Brad Sweet. He's your winner for the 9th time in 2024 with Kubota High Limit Racing. Again, big thanks to Austin Tate. He's going to jump over here in a second and grab a few photos with Brad. Austin sending an additional $250. And to cap off what Brad was talking about, Ryan Timms and Shane Liebig, after some bad luck, they charge all the way back to 9th place here tonight. So really impressive run. An even more impressive run to 2nd place here for Sunshine Tyler Courtney. You came from 9th to win back here on Friday in June when we started this event a couple months ago. What was your race car and what was the track like here tonight?
I think we were a little bit better here earlier in the year, but we got good at the end of the feature. Just went from the pole to 6th or 7th there at the most part of that race, and just had to dig deep and kind of wait for the fuel to burn off, and got going again there before the yellow came out. And I feel like we were going to be pretty good in traffic. Just the last show is nice to start behind Brad, but clean air is a huge factor tonight. But yeah, they've been on it really all year, but I feel like especially the last couple weeks here, they've been really good, and congrats to Brad and their whole team. But my whole Knotts Energy Drinks, Eliason Custom Trailers, Spire Motorsports car was pretty good all night. We just struggled a little the first part of that feature, and probably cost us a better chance to win the race. But Brad was pretty damn good, and my guys keep working hard, and we'll go to the finale here in Texas and see what we can do.
Hey, your guy Ron, he hooked me up with a NOS today. That was pretty good. Helped me kind of get geared up for tonight. That's Tyler Courtney, Sunshine. Remember, last night he wrapped up the Midweek Money Series Championship, an additional $25,000 thanks to a second tiebreaker 2 number 2 place finishes, 2 second place finishes is what edged him over Brad Sweet. Spencer Bayston, 3rd place here tonight, not your season high, a 2nd place back at Kokomo earlier this spring, but still a great run. I've talked about it 2 nights in a row now. A quote you told me yesterday, it's really all about finishing these seasons as strongly as you guys can, you as a driver, this car, this team, because you want to go into the winter, you want to go into the offseason feeling like you did your best. How is 2024 ending for you in CJB Motorsports? This is what, your 5th straight top 5, 6th, I believe, 6th straight top 5.
Yeah, we've been clicking them off. We're doing exactly what you and I talked about, and that definitely feels really good. Everything's just kind of flowing right now. We're unloading fast, and qualifying is obviously the key. We've raced well really all year, just for whatever reason couldn't get any qualifying speed. So feels really good to have a fast True Timber 5 car these last handful of nights. It's been fun. We're really kind of fine-tuning now because we have a good baseline to go off of. Spent a lot of that, the beginning part of that race kind of in panic mode a little bit. I think Sunshine was probably in the same, just with fuel and just kind of tight and not real sure where to be. And then just as the race went, track kind of developed and we got into our groove and had a really good start, or had a good car on that last restart, and kind of had the top to myself and felt good about what I was doing, and Sunshine jumped up and took it from us. But we'll definitely be happy to take home a top 3, continue this streak for all of our partners with True Timber, JRC Transportation, Nice Crete and Landis, High Performance Lubricants, CNS Lawn and Landscape, philpools.com, Kistler Engines, Maxim Chassis. Just me, Barry, and Eric out here on this last little stretch, so we're going to do our best to finish strong.
You got a wedding coming up. Congrats on that. Wrap up the weekend in Texas, and then it's down to Mexico.
Yeah, these next couple days are about racing, and then as soon as that checker drops on Saturday, Audrey's, she's taking that priority. So looking forward to the off-season.
Hey, well, don't forget about the banquet. We got a red carpet show. Don't forget to dress nice, okay?
That's right. We'll see everyone there.
All right, that's Spencer Bayston coming home with a 3rd place finish.